Hello and welcome back to our Octopath Traveler playthrough. In our last episode we recruited Sabin, or Alphen as he apparently wants to be known. There are a lot of people who want to be known as different things in this game. But yes, anyway, Alphen is our resident medic. And he's out to prove that to the rest of the world by coming with us, apparently, so good on him. We helped his best friend save his best friend's sister from viper venom, and yeah, off we go. Gee, that was a very no-frills introduction, wasn't it? Yes, back out the village we go. So that we can head in a this way sort of direction and complete the circle, it looks like, because that's where we picked up Olberic. So yeah, that's a very wide circle, I know, but we're heading southeast now, in theory, because we're not ready for any of the chapter 2s. So, let's see what abounds out here. Fishmonger laughs. Another fine haul. My nets are bursting with flounder. Aren't I taking too many, you ask? Ah, there's plenty of fish in the sea, or the river, such as it were. If you say so, sir. I'll take an olive of life from the chest.
Let's see what you got.
Meet these toads.
All right.
Use icicles
My
there.
turn. Try this.
What next?
Victory shall be mine.
Just because I want to use level slash and not stagger
I will
the front
cut you
frog.
down. Now then,
Oh, you absolute bugger.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Yes, what she said.
Bring it on.
too slow.
Ow! That was rather nasty of you.
Letting the hunt beginning. Come here.
How about you? My blade is unbending. With each battle, I grow stronger.
And we've got a healing grape. Go us.
It's a good day for battle.
Kate
Now
Sith
then.
is back. Let's level slash again.
Over here.
Out of my way.
What next?
All right.
Bicycle on the froggy.
Out of my way.
Try this.
Have at you.
Come along, warrior wasp. You can die any time, you know.
What next?
Bring it on.
Icicle for you. Now, Kate Sith. What are we to do with you? Oh, you're just going to bugger off.
That's what I'm talking about.
And we got the untouched money bonus. That's nice. South Clearbrook Traverse. We move into.
Want a tangle, huh?
Very different way of doing the
Too slow.
Letting the hunt begin.
Have
the
at you. I will cut you down.
Yep, point is
Here goes
gone.
nothing.
Must have been lying.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Have at you.
All right.
What next?
Out of my way.
There. Have at you.
All right. All righty. Cool off. That's what I'm talking about.
And Alphen has reached level 10. We got an inspiriting plum as well. Well, that's right, yes. I remembered my point. Very different from the original 2D RPG. I don't want to say backgrounds, but
It's a good day for battle.
the
Have at you. Out of my way.
the sets, I suppose you'd call
My
it.
turn.
You should call it.
There.
All right.
Letting my arrow fly and true. Letting the hunt begin.
You know, when
There. Now then.
when trees will literally
Here we go.
one tree in front and then sort of a tree top behind it.
The battle is truly
to
joined. My blade is unbending! The thrill of the fight.
got the untouched money bonus again. To create that depth, I mean. I suppose that's why they call it 2D HD. No, we don't need to go north. sunshade sounds a bit nicer. Oh, and a cobbled bridge. And we arrive in the Wild West, it seems. Inspiriting plum from that chest, and the one down here. A herb of clarity.
Want a tangle, huh? Whoa!
Oh, you're weak to
Victory
daggers.
shall be
Well, there you
mine.
go.
Out of my way!
Come in, if thou darest.
Not weak to bows. Excellent.
Here goes nothing.
Or axes.
Have at you.
That's all.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
How about these things behind you? Nope.
All right.
Nope.
Have at you.
All swords.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
How about the ant? No.
Here we go.
Is weak to the axe. This is
Out of my
fine.
way.
Let's see. We want the herb of healing for Olberic.
Here.
The battle is truly joined.
Come in, if thou darest.
Here we go.
Victory shall be mine.
My turn.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Are you weak to thunder
Lightning,
blows?
done my bidding.
No.
Bring it on.
What? And he can't do anything to that one,
Cool off.
but he is weak to ice.
What the?
Now
Oh,
then,
that's not overly nice. Herb of healing.
use this.
You can use a herb of healing on yourself, can't you, me old joiner?
I'll take this.
Here goes nothing. Cool off.
Letting my arrow fly and true. Come in, if thou darest.
Let's do this! There. Where's the nearest tavern?
Oh, got an essence of plum. North is Sunshade and west is Clearbrook. East is the Eastern Sunshade Sands to Cobblestone. We got an old coin. Lucky us!
Let's see what you got.
All these lizard
My
persons.
turn.
Let's see. HP thief on you,
You're
sir.
too fine.
Thank you.
Have at you.
Level slash, thank you.
Come in, if thou darest.
All right.
Out of my way.
Here goes nothing.
How about ice? You weak to ice? We'll have to find out next time we fight that. Won't we? Now, I hit you with the sword last time, and you weren't. You are vulnerable to the spear, however.
Letting the hunt begin.
Not the axe.
Letting my arrow fly and
dagger.
true.
Victory shall be mine.
Here we go. Let's get down to work. Cool off.
Not weak to ice, though.
Out of my way.
HP thief.
You're too kind.
Victory shall be mine.
Bring it on.
Let's try a concoction. Let's try a soothing seed with an essence of grape.
Try this.
What next?
What indeed? Thunderbird?
Lightning, done my bidding.
He is weak to lightning.
Here goes nothing.
The battle is truly joined. My blade is unbending! With each battle, I grow stronger.
We've got a healing grape for our troubles.
A good day to you.
The old man says this is Sunshade, city of 1,000 pleasures. Oh. Shall we inquire? Old man is 66. An old man of gentle disposition who resides within the Sunlands. In another lifetime he bore another name and was feared as a bringer of death. But when a noble client betrayed his trust, the assassin's daughter paid the price, and so he renounced his trade forever. Let's just take a quick rest in the inn for 116 monies. Okay, there's our story there.
How are you?
Townsperson says, I've never been down there myself, but I hear the passage just past here leads out somewhere in the sands. Right, what else do you know? Townsperson, she's 26 years old. Though she came to Sunshade to find her mother, she was too late, for the woman had taken ill and passed away. All that remained to give the girl comfort was a dancer's dress, a memento of happier times, and we received new weapons for sale.
Hello.
Master's lackey says, these are the dancers' dormitories. Is that all you got? He's 33, a blade in the employ of the tavern's master. Born into poverty, he threw a slot in with a gang of thieves at a young age, and did whatever black business was asked of him. Though he has since taken up a more respectable trade, he remains willing to provide any service for the right price. And there's a hidden item for us to find. Let's take a look at the armor. Well, we don't have enough for that saber, though it would be nice. We don't have enough of the spear either, although it would be nice. Saintly tiara. That would probably be good for Alfin, as his max SP is kind of pathetic on its own. Alright, we'll wait and see what our last new friend needs before we go spending any of our monies.
Yeah?
Master's lackey says, this tavern is Master Helgenish's pride and joy. He's particularly fond of the dancers, if you catch my meaning. Does he happen to have a different name he'd like to be known by? Anyway, this lackey's aged 36. Born and raised in the frigid north, he was at first unaccustomed to the sight of Sunshade's dancers performing in such light, revealing garments. He has since resolved to stay in Sunshade for as long as circumstances allow, and we have gleaned information on the hint item. Oh, there's an item up there. Just because these shops seem oddly specific in the items they carry, I'll stock up on these status removing items. And come up here and grab this hidden item. We found a silver-filled pouch. The elderly woman says, what with that mighty cliff that towers above us, Sunshade is cloaked in shadow even during the day. Do you know nothing else? She's 62 years of age. From birth, this elderly woman's vision was quite poor. Having never ventured beyond the borders of the Sunlands, she has never seen rolling seas nor cloudy skies, and likely never will. And we have no additional information to find. Primrose says, at last he's appeared before me. The man marked with the crow, the man who killed my father. Her name is Primrose, and she is a dancer. This is Sunshade, city of 1,000 pleasures, forever shrouded in shadow. Driven into poverty when her noble house fell, she now plies her trade in a tavern, suffering no end of indignities at the hands of the cruel Master Helgenish, all for the day she could have her revenge. Then one day he appeared, a man marked by the crow, one of the 3 foul villains who murdered her dear father. And so, aided by her sole friend, Yusufa, she sprints from the tavern to the labyrinth below in pursuit. She will need loyal allies on the path she has chosen. Yes, we will take Primrose along. And I'm going to swap her in for Therion, I believe. Knowing nothing about who she is and what she can do. Let's hear the beginning of the tale. Even when the blade is held at your heart, faith shall be your shield. The words of House Azelhart. "10 years ago."
Funny how it works, isn't it? Everything that happens in this world falls into one of two neat little categories. Things one is better off knowing, and things one's better off not. Jeffrey Azelhart, I'm afraid you've been poking your nose into the latter.
I have only done as my convictions bade me do. I have no regrets.
I thought you might say something like that. You're making this delightfully easy.
Father!
Make sure he's dead. Let's leave this place before we're seen.
It's done. Huh.
I will never forget. 3 men, each marked with the sign of the crow. One on his left arm. One on his right. And the last on his neck. 3 men. Foul scavengers, just like the bird whose mark they bear. They took my father from me. And I will never forget. Always the same dream.
I wish I had your confidence, Primrose. I couldn't imagine nodding off minutes before my cue.
How nice it must be to be the Master's favorite. Fine. Go on and keep your airs. Act as though you're better than the rest of us.
It doesn't change the fact that you're just another dancer in the sands, Primrose. Nothing but a kept woman, here to flatter the dignity of men who pay for the privilege.
I suppose you're right.
Shh, enough chatter. Master Helganish is coming.
Do I keep you women to titter here in the shadows? My customers are waiting for their entertainment! The opening act should be on that stage already. Now, get out there and earn your keep! What a bunch of useless strays. But not you, Primrose. You are the only one I can rely on.
You flatter me, Master.
Oh, hardly. Why, this tavern's custom has increased tenfold since you stepped on our stage. But do not go forgetting yourself. It was I who groomed you for this role.
And I will be forever grateful for that, Master.
You were an ignorant girl when I picked you up. Completely useless. I've taught you everything you know. What happened to your sweet little smile? Who puts a roof over your head and food on your plate? Who bought the jewels that adorn your pretty neck? Who made you the most sought-after dancer in this dusty old town? It was me, all me. You owe me, kitten, and I'll see that debt repaid.
Yes, master.
Good then. Purr sweetly, and I may give you a treat. Don't dally when you're done with your show. I will be waiting in my chamber. I'll have you purr for me some more.
Primrose, it's your cue.
I'm coming.
Put your face back on now, kitten.
Yes, master.
Primrose says the tavern lies at the end of the central road, just past the bazaar. I mustn't dally any longer. Is it just me, or does Helgen remind you a little bit of Emperor Gestal, perhaps? Just in that little doggy face. A stagehand calls, "This way, Primrose, get a move on." Well.
Well.
Tavern patron says, "Good food, good drink, and the dancing girls are easy on the eyes. Only the prices were a bit more reasonable."
Faring well?
Tavern patron says, "I've come to rest my travel-weary body for a while. No better place in the realm, I say." Tavern wench says, "The dancing girls here put on quite a show."
Good show.
Tavern patron says, "I travelled across half the realm to visit this place. They say there's a girl here who dances like a goddess."
Hello.
Tavern patron says, "Word around town is that the dancers here put on private shows for the master, if you know what I mean."
Ho there.
Tavern patron says, "They say this place turns away all but the wealthiest of customers after nightfall." Well, that's as may be, but I see there's a chest up here, so we'll get a healing grape from that. And then Primrose can use daggers. Okay. She can't use shields. Naturally, she'd have to keep her hands free. But leather armor? Question mark. And she currently knows Lion Dance and Moonlight Waltz. Lion Dance costs 4 SP. One ally's physical attacks become more powerful for 2 turns. And Moonlight Waltz costs 7 SP and deals heavy dark damage to a single foe. Better go backstage.
Ah, there you are.
The stagehand says, "Kept us waiting long enough, Primrose."
Forgive me.
Primrose says I was fixing my hair. Stagehand says it better have been worth it. You're our best chance at getting to eat tonight. And the customers have been waiting. Primrose has no words.
I am ready.
Then says, let the show begin. The customers start wolf whistling and shouting it's her. And we're about to dance. Watch over me, Father. That day I swore revenge against the men who took you from me, the 3 marked by the crow. My once proud house fallen, I left home far behind, following their trail. That trail has led me here. I heard one of them often passes through here on his travels. It was the smallest scrap of hope, but it was all I had. Until I find him, there is no disgrace I will not endure. Losing my honor is nothing compared to the pain of losing you. Father, I will not stop until I find the 3 and see justice served. And until I avenge you, I will dance.
How?
Customer says, I think I'm in love. Another customer says, how about a private show, darling? Primrose says, you're all too kind, and too handsome, I might add. The stagehand says, not bad, Primrose, not bad. Primrose says, thank you. The stagehand says, look at your sandals. Seems you've gone and broken a strap. Go back to the dormitories and fetch yourself another pair.
Yes.
Primrose nods, most happily. And leaves backstage. So now we have to make our way back to the dormitories. She passes a father and daughter, and the girl says, Papa, Papa, I'm going to be in a play. I'll be the princess, and everyone will look at me. You'll come and watch too, won't you?
Yes.
Father says, of course, my dear.
Oh, thank you.
The girl says, many thanks, my lord. How was that? And guess what, Papa? When I grow up, I'm going to be a beautiful dancing girl, star of the stage. Primrose has no idea what to say to that, but has a flashback of dancing for her father. The father says, a dancing girl? That is a dream best forgotten. The girl asks, but why, Papa? The father can't really say what he actually means to his daughter, but says, Helena, my dear, you want to grow up to be a fine lady, yes? Like the princess you will play? Then it would be better not to say such things. Not in this town, at least. The girl Helena says, but what's wrong with dancing? It's so much fun.
What?
Look at her. She's beautiful. Primrose says, "Hello, child,"
Oh, come now.
and does a little pirouette. Arthur says, "Come now, Helena, this way. I'll tuck you into bed back at the inn. Pa has business to attend to this night." And they go off. Though Daddy takes a look back at Primrose. And off they
Yes.
go. Primrose says, "I suppose I should get back to my own work." The dancing girls are busy plotting amongst themselves. And something has apparently happened to Primrose, who cries out, "Ouch!" She thinks to herself, "A thorn?" The dancer with the ponytail says, "Oh, someone fetch a handkerchief. Primrose seems to be bleeding, the poor dear." The dancer with the bun says, "Perhaps she got a blister. She's always dancing, oh, so passionately."
Are you all right?
Yusufa says, "Are you all right, Prim?"
Yes.
Primrose says, "I'm fine. It's nothing I haven't dealt with before."
Hey!
Yusufa turns to the dancing girls and says, "Don't you think that's enough already? Do you take such pleasure in others' pain? We're nothing but the master's playthings, all of us. And we all know what happens to the girls who displease him, or have you forgotten? Beaten half to death and tossed in the gutter? Left for dead, sick and starving?"
Stop that!
The dancer with the straight hair says, "Stop that." Then continues, "We all know well enough where we stand. We know what he can do to us." Yusufa says, "Then why torment one of our own?" The dancer with the bun has no words.
Many thanks.
Primrose says, "Thank you, Yusufa, but there's no need for you to make foes on my behalf." Yusufa says, "Prim."
You.
Helganish barges into the room and says, "What are you doing yowling back here? Sheathe your claws, it's time for work. Or do you think money flows into my coffers by itself? Get out there and collect your tips." And the dancers slowly file back out. He stops Primrose for a moment. Helganish says, "Not you, Primrose, you stay." Yusufa closes the door after her.
What was that?
Helganish asks, "What was that sorry show you gave today?" Primrose has no words.
I think not.
Helganish asks, "Do you think I'm blind?" "One glance was all I needed to know your mind was not where it ought to be. I can see every thought in that pretty, empty little head of yours, and they were not of dancing tonight." Primrose holds her tongue.
You would take that tone with me?
Helganish says, "You haven't forgotten your debts now, have you? You haven't forgotten who owns you? You know the fate that awaits you if you dare defy me, don't you, kitten?" "I'm warning you because I care, Primrose. I wouldn't want to see anything untoward happen to my shining star." Primrose bites her tongue again,
Forgive me.
then says, "I'm sorry, Master. Forgive me.
The truth is,
I was simply remembering the first day I came here to you. Helgnish asks, "Oh, were you now?" Primrose replies, "Not a day, not a moment passes when I am not thankful for all you have given me. Pray forgive my lack of focus today, Master. It will not happen again." Helgnish says, "Oh, my dear, dear Primrose. I too often think back on the day you came to my door. Just imagining the sight of you dancing for me, as sweet as and innocent as you were, it tickled me so. And you met my every expectation. You have been my best investment." Primrose holds her tongue.
I'll have you purr for me some more.
Helgnish continues, "But tonight you have displeased me, and for this you must atone. The crowd is looking thin tonight. Out on the streets with you, and bring us some custom. Custom with coin enough to cover a week's expenses. If you can do that, I may still go easy on you. At least, relatively so, kitten."
Yes.
Primrose says, "You are kind, Master," and leaves the room. Yusufa is waiting outside. Yusufa says, "Bravo, Prim. That was a performance for the ages. How do you do it? I want to vomit every time I have to call him Master." Primrose doesn't know what to say. Then asks, "What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be out collecting tips?"
Are you alright?
Yusufa says, "I was worried about you. How's your foot?"
What?
Primrose asks, "What?" Yusufa says, "Here, use this." Primrose asks, "A handkerchief?" Yusufa says, "Be careful out there, okay?" and walks off. Path actions. Utilize each character's unique action to overcome any obstacle. Try pressing square button in front of a townsperson. Primrose can lure townspeople into following her. I see. Well, you probably don't have any monies. You don't either. Primrose thinks to herself, "Well, time to put on a different kind of show." "Well, aren't you well dressed, sir?" Primrose thinks to herself, "This one looks to be the likely sort, though he is conversing with chickens."
Excuse me.
Primrose walks up to the chicken-talking man and says, "Lovely evening, isn't it, my lord? Mayhap you'd care to share it with me?"
My apologies.
The well-heeled gentleman says, "A tempting offer, but I travel on business. I must depart early on the morrow." Primrose says, It must be a fascinating sort of business that you do. Perhaps you could tell me more over a drink." "I'd love to get to know you better." And she sidles up to.
Unfortunate.
The well-heeled gentleman says, "I am most afraid I cannot."
Excuse me.
Primrose says, "I dance at the tavern just down the street. I'd be happy to put on a show just for you." "Oh. Well, you probably don't have money either. How about we lure you? We have 100% chance of luring this individual. so we may as well, right? Primrose says, admit it now, wouldn't you care to spend a little more time with me? The well-heeled gentleman says, oh my, I cannot resist such beauty. Primrose says, pray come hither. It's significantly busier. Helganish says, yes, that one's pockets look sufficiently deep.
Excellent.
Good work, kitten. You'll be treated well tonight.
Many thanks.
Primrose says, you honor me, master. Helganish says, the seats are starting to fill. See that not a single cup goes empty.
Yes, master.
Primrose replies, as you wish, master.
Beg pardon.
Primrose starts walking amongst the tables. She says, good evening, gentlemen. Customer says, ah, Primrose, you're looking more and more lovely each time I see you. Primrose says, it's been a while since we last enjoyed your company. Will you be with us long this evening? The customer laughs. As long as you'll have me for, my dear. Primrose says, is that so? I'll have to give it some thought then. I'll see you again later.
Till next time.
An unknown man in the corner says, and if that's all, I'll be taking my leave. Primrose says, ah. Then thinks to herself, could it be? There, on his left arm. The mark of the crow. How long I have waited for this day. Finally, you appear before me. This night, at long last, justice will be served. And the gentleman with the crow tattoo starts moving for the exit. Primrose cries out, no! She thinks to herself, She thinks to herself, I can't let him get away. That leaves, and she runs off after him. Helganish says, where do you think you're going? So curious about that man, are you? Was it love at first sight, kitten? Primrose says, master.
I think not.
Helganish says, you wouldn't think of abandoning the stage and your customers before the night is through now, would you? Back to work, Primrose. I trust I don't need to repeat myself.
Put your face back on now, kitten.
You do remember what happens to the wicked little kittens who cross me, don't you? And he leaves. Primrose thinks to herself, this is all I have. I may never get another chance like this again.
Are you alright?
Yusufa comes up to her and asks, Prim, what's the matter? It's not like you to look all flustered like this. You don't need to tell me. For you to risk angering the master like that, it must be something important. Leave it to me. I'll keep his eyes busy. You slip out the back door on the upper floor. Primrose has no idea what to say. Then she says, you shouldn't get involved. You'll put yourself at risk. Yusufa says, "Look, Prim, maybe you don't tell me what you're thinking.
Come on!
But that doesn't matter to me. I'm on your side and always will be." Primrose asks, "On my side?" Yusufa says, "When the other girls would pick on me and tell me to know my place, you were always the one who stood by me." Primrose doesn't know what to say again. Yusufa says, "You never say much. You're always so distant, aloof even. But I know you just don't want to burden others with your troubles." "I know you better than you think, Prim."
And I know that, deep down, you have a good heart.
Primrose asks, "A good heart? Why was that line voice acted?" Completely. Anyway, Primrose starts moving towards the stairs and says, "Yusufa, I thank you." Then runs up the stairs. Yusufa laughs. "Always a woman of few words. I wouldn't have it any other way." Oh, hello. The left-hand man says, "You will bring the women I need, won't you now?" Primrose hides. The left-hand man continues, "Competent help is so hard to come by these days. Whatever is a man to do?" Elganish says, "I can assure you, my lord, I'm doing all that I can." The left-hand man says, "Elganish, we are friends, are we not?" "Friends take care of one another, yes? They do not disappoint each other."
Yes!
Elganish says, "I will do everything in my power." The left-hand man says, "I saw a fine dancing girl in the tavern. I would rather like such a girl for my own." Primrose holds her tongue, but clearly doesn't want to be given to this bloke. She thinks to herself, "So it is as I thought. Elganish knows him."
Listen to me.
The left-hand man says, "Bring the women to the place marked on this map. And Helganish, try not to keep me waiting." Hands over the map.
Yes!
Helganish says, "But of course, my lord." Primrose thinks to herself, "That map." And the left-hand man walks away, and Helganish walks back towards the tavern. Primrose waits for him to be out of sight and follows the left-hand man. So now Primrose is back with Olberic and says, "And so I must pursue the foul crow. Don't get involved. This is my problem, not yours. But I suppose you're free to do as you please. Come on already if you're coming." Primrose has joined the party. Right, now let us see if we can buy some things for you. Now you need an elemental attack, so we need to get you an arcane knife. and a fur robe. Very different kind of dancer, eh? Going to get 2 protective earrings. And equip 1, 2. Primrose, and the other 2. Elfin, together with the enlightening earring to increase his evasion. And off we go. Into the Sunshade Catacombs.
Let's see what you got. Here goes nothing.
Right. Olberic is weak to the axe.
The battle is truly joined. Out of my way!
And the sword.
I am ready.
Dagger? No.
What next?
The battle is truly joined.
Ow!
Out of my way!
I am ready.
Let's try Moonlight Medicine. It's weak to darkness.
Here goes nothing.
Now, we need to first aid Primrose.
That'll do her.
What next?
The killer bug is gone.
I am ready.
Now
The
then.
black bat vulnerable.
Come in, if thou darest.
Bring it on. Cool off.
Now then.
What next?
I am ready.
Sand lizard man, you can and is weak to darkness.
All right.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. First aid
That'll do
on
her.
Primrose.
Victory shall be mine.
What next?
All right.
Let's try and poison on the sand lizard
Take your
man, shall we?
poison.
I am ready.
Bring it on.
Have at you.
I am ready.
Watch me now. Come in, if thou darest.
Indeed. Why not a fully charged Thunderbird?
Come in. Thou didst fight with courage.
Elfin has leveled up to level 11, and Primrose has gained levels 2, 3, and 4. We got a healing grape from that chest. Now, Primrose should be able to learn her first skill. She can. Cause a curious effect to occur one time. That's not as informative as possibly the author thought. Guess I'll get Night Ode. Costs 10 SP and will deal dark damage to all foes.
Let us fight with honor. The battle is truly joined.
I am ready.
And we're going to use Night Ode straight away.
Night Ode, bring your shade. What next?
Oh yeah.
All right.
An icicle.
Cool off. Here we go.
Jury Seed. And an Oxroot. On you.
How do you like this?
Victory shall be mine.
I am ready.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Thunderbirds are go!
Letting the hunt beginning. Lightning, done my bidding.
I am ready.
Have at you.
All right.
Now then.
That was nasty.
All right.
We're going to first aid.
That'll do her.
I am ready.
And break you.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
I am ready.
And Moonlight Bolts. Maximum.
Watch me now.
The moonlight glows. The show is over.
Harneet has reached level 16. And we've got a Shadow Soul Stone.
May I have this dance?
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Have at you.
Level slash. We broke them
Bring
all.
it on.
Or I broke them all. Are you weak to ice,
Cool
perhaps, Mr. Assassinberg? No, you're not.
I am ready.
How about a Night Ode? You are weak to dark.
Now
Okay.
then,
And we'll level slash again.
I will cut you down!
Done.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
Primrose has reached level 5. And we've got an essence of pomegranate. And an inspiriting plum from the chest. Oh, who are you? Travelling peddler says, if you need anything, just say the word. No, we look alright for now.
You won't feel a thing.
Now then,
Level slash!
I am ready.
Night Ode.
Knighthood, bring your shade.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
All right.
Icicle,
Cool
black
off.
bat.
What next?
have at you.
Here goes nothing.
I am ready.
Moonlight
The
Waltz.
moonlight waltz.
Now then.
I am ready.
Coming, if thou darest. Coming. The hunt endeth.
Oh, one off. And an essence of pomegranate again.
Let us fight with honor.
I am ready.
And we'll night ode everyone.
The battle is truly joined.
Letting the hunt beginning.
All right.
I am ready.
Have at you.
And break the black bat first.
Letting the
And
hunt
finish him
beginning.
off. Just like that.
Shucks.
And we need Herb of Light.
Here goes nothing.
The battle is truly joined.
I am ready.
Here we go.
Coming, if thou darest.
I am ready.
All power Moonlight Waltz incoming.
Watch me now. The show is over.
Primrose has reached level 6. Which finger is she using there? we got an essence of pomegranate. And Primrose can learn another skill. Oh, so can I need. And we will take leg hold trap. Costs 6 SP. Second serving. Learning this skill, you unlocked a new support skill. Fine. Leg hold trap costs 6 SP. Cause a single foe to act at the end of the turn for 2 turns. Right. Second serving. Gives the equipping character a 50% chance of attacking twice when performing a standard attack. Yep. Definitely do that. Primrose. I am going to take Peacock Strut. Costs 4 SP, augment a single ally's elemental attacks for 2 turns. The show goes on. In learning the skill, you unlocked a new support skill. Status augmentations you grant to allies will persist for 1 additional turn. Yes, thank you. Definitely take that. And we've got an empowering earring. Sounds like an interesting accessory. Empowering earring. Maximum HP plus 50. I am going to give that to Olberic in his role as tank.
It's a good day for battle.
We surprised the foe. Yes. Let us Peacock Strut ourselves. Go Primrose.
The Peacock Strut.
Letting the hunt begin.
I mean,
the battle is truly joined.
Bring it on!
Icicle, one
Cool
behind.
What next?
Thunderbird. What move that?
I am ready.
And we're going to use Nighthode.
Nighthode, bring your shade.
Victory shall be mine. Out of my way!
You're gone.
Here goes nothing.
Have at you. My blade is unbending!
I am ready.
And full power Moonlight Waltz.
Watch me now. The moonlight waltz. The show is over.
We got the untouched bonus. Yay!
see what you got.
Victory shall be mine.
Yeah, what did you do?
Ah!
I am ready.
Knighthood.
Knighthood, bring your shade.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Okay.
Here goes nothing.
You weren't weak, but that didn't matter because she hit you twice.
Victory shall be mine.
Here we go.
Let's see the herb of light on Primrose.
Try this.
I am ready.
What's on you?
Coming, if thou darest. What next?
All right.
Have at you. My blade is unbending.
And because you're on your own, we'll use cross strike to make
Watch
sure.
my blade dance. With each battle, I grow stronger.
Primrose has attained level 7. And we got Essence of Pomegranate and Essence of Plum. Now, let's just make sure we're ready. Oh, into the southern sunshade sands. Oh.
He's going to get away. I won't let that happen.
And where might you be off to, kitten?
Master Helganish. Whatever are you doing here at this hour?
Funny you should ask. A worthless little stray, this one. But she was kind enough to help me catch a rat.
Yusufa!
Brim, I'm sorry.
She was quite intent on keeping her mouth shut, but my boys helped her get it open. It seems I was too lenient with the girl. I won't make that mistake again.
No! Yusufa!
Brim, I've never heard you shout so.
What? This is no time to...
Hey, Brim. We're friends, aren't we?
What?
I was sold to this place as a child. Everyone was so cruel, so miserable. I thought I'd never make any friends. It was lonely having no one. But you, Brim, you were different. Always standing tall, proud, looking at you. It gave me strength.
Yusufa.
Tell me, Prim. Were we friends?
Yes, Yusufa. You were my friend.
I'm so happy. Not alone.
Is it finally over? I must say, at least her last performance had some life. If she had shown that sort of potential earlier, I might have kept her on longer.
Enough.
What was that?
I have danced enough for you. This was the last night that I belonged to you.
Oh, was it now? So some wheels do turn in that pretty little head of yours. Here I thought it a waste, as empty as the desert.
I saw you for the foul swine you are the first time I laid eyes on you.
You would take that tone with me? You're nothing but a stupid whore! You would have died on the street if not for me!
You have given me nothing. I have always danced on my own 2 feet. I have always chosen where I step.
Who do you think you're speaking to, whore?
All these years, the jeers, the beatings, the dishonor, I endured it all. All for this day, the day that man appeared before me. I need your stage no longer. I dance for myself now.
Primrose. You forget yourself, little kitten. But I understand. This is just your little show, yes? You wanted to see your master frown. Fine, very well. You've had your fun. That naughty mouth of yours belongs to me. Put it where it belongs, and if you please me to my satisfaction, I will overlook your impertinence.
Master, go pleasure yourself.
Wrong answer, kitten. You know what I do with cats that bite, don't you? I put them down, just like that one. It's a shame, Primrose. You were always my favorite. What a waste. Yes, a terrible, terrible shame.
The only shame is that I could not do this sooner, Master. Time for the main event.
How about you?
Almost thought Yusufa was Jason there. Joshua there, sorry. I'm dying very quickly. I should have died 20 minutes ago, but I must dump all this exposition on you. That should have happened ages ago.
I will cut you down!
I am ready.
All right.
First aid
That'll
to
do her.
Primrose.
Letting the hunt begin.
Now then, out of my way!
Letting my arrow flying true.
Not going to complain of the results. Oh, hello.
I am ready.
Right. Naito.
Here goes nothing.
But not your boss. Okay. Icicle?
Cool off.
Nope. No!
Have at you!
What is it? It's an olive of life, isn't it? On
Use
Primrose.
this!
Oh, that
Letting
was...
the hunt begin.
About Thunderbird. Nope.
Ye cats.
You're just going to use a
Here
healing
goes
grape.
nothing.
That was
The
3
battle is
slaps.
truly joy.
Anyway, checking ATB, we're going to Stout Ball
Stand
first.
firm!
I am ready.
Come in, if thou darest.
All right.
Nice break.
What next?
Now then,
And then we are going to Insight.
come if you
Here goes nothing.
I am ready.
Well, we may as well. We're going to lie and dance Ha'anit. Neat.
The lion dance.
Come in, if thou darest.
dare! Now then!
I am ready.
All right.
Oh,
Now then!
well, that was unfortunate. Right.
How
We'll
about
get,
this?
we'll get a shot before he goes again, so I'll be fine.
This will help it.
How about this?
Ye cats.
Clearly, Celis would have
Here
been the
goes
better
nothing.
healer for this battle,
Bring
but
it on.
we'll be fine. We will be fine. Let's see if Empoison does anything
Pick your
to
poison.
It does. Look at that.
Now then!
Sight you.
Come if you dare!
I am ready. The lion dance.
Come in, if thou darest.
Here we go.
He is weak to ice. Look at that.
Victory shall be mine!
Boost out.
Stand firm!
I am ready.
What next?
All right.
Take another icicle.
Victory shall be mine.
Not for much longer.
My blade is unbending.
I am ready.
Watch me now! Letting the hunt begin. Coming!
Just get one more in there.
I am ready.
Actually, let's peacock strut.
The
Alfin.
peacock struck.
Bring it on.
And get him to do a full power icicle.
Let's get down to work.
Letting my arrow fly and true. Lightning, done my bidding.
Not weak to Thunderbird.
All right.
Yeah, why not?
Cool off.
What he said.
I am ready.
Have at you.
Coming, if thou darest.
I am ready.
The battle is
called for
truly
help.
joined. Out of my way!
Here goes nothing.
And he's gone.
Letting the hunt
We have to
begin.
finish off his little friends here.
I am ready.
Enjoy this night ode.
Watch me now. Nighthode, bring your shade.
Bring it on. Let's get down to work. Try again.
Alfin has reached level 12, Olberic has reached level 20, and Primrose has managed to reach level 8. And we get a heavy coin pouch.
Primrose.
Helganish continues. You always were different from the rest. The fire in your eyes, it burned brighter than any others. I've seen many a girl in my years, but none quite like you. You fascinated me from the start.
Come, Primrose.
He just said that.
Won't you dance one last dance for me?
quite the dancer yourself in the end.
The game has the that the decisions about the voice acting are just weird. Anyway, the voice acting mysteriously both cut in and cut out during this scene. So to continue, Primrose reaches down to Helgadish's corpse and says, "Guess you won't be needing this anymore." Then continues, "The village of Still Snow. I'll need to pack some warmer clothes."
Farewell.
And with that, Master, I do believe my debt is paid. She's walking back towards the village. And Primrose says, "Yusufa." "We are free at last, my friend." And so Primrose sets out from the shifting sands to a land of swirling snow, in her quest for vengeance against the 3 foul crows. Where this dance will lead her, none could say. We will take a rest, just because Harney did not level up after that battle, and therefore did not regain all her HP MP. Up there. The wayfaring girl says, "Let go of me. I require no escort from the likes of you." The ne'er-do-well says, "Don't be shy, love. I'll take you to a place with cushions like the clouds." The wayfaring girl cries, "I'll go where I please, thank you. Now let me go." So begins the tale of Rhea born to roam. That's where the other hidden item must have been. We got a healing grape M.
Oh.
The blue dancer says, "Alas, no one turns their head at my dancing. I cannot catch anyone's eye. Dancing is nothing but a sorrow. Maybe it's time I hang up my dance shoes. But before I do, I want to stand on that stage and dance with grace one more time." So begins the tale of her time to shine. And there shall end this episode. So if you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. We hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you in the next episode.